My guest today has been a friend of mine for the better part of 20 years. He's recently gotten into putting on bluegrass festivals and bluegrass music promoting. He is the founder of the Ridge Jam Bluegrass Festival. This will be the second annual one coming up this year. So we talk about what it takes to put on a festival of this magnitude, what he learned from the first festival last year, and the reasons behind why he wanted to put one on to start with. My guest today is a good friend of mine, Mr. Chris Pope. Chris, appreciate you coming down here and being with us today, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Glad to be here.
So this podcast, we're getting off the ground here. You're going to be one of the early episodes. It's called Gettin in Tune. That kind of relates, into the music stuff, but a little bit more than that. It's getting to know people in the community, getting to know people around music. We got a lot of interesting folk that come in the store with a lot of interesting stories, and you one of them. You a big bluegrass man now, big promoter, I reckon.
Nah, we just we're doing what we can to keep the music alive in an area that it's been forgotten about for.
It's about died
years.
out anymore, ain't it? And I think it's all our faults, really.
Yeah.
There was a good little stretch coming up. We've been knowing each other a long time, ain't we?
Yeah, I would say
at least 20 years.
Gotta be 20 years.
Coming up on it.
Yeah.
Up there at the barn, I guess, is where I first met you.
Yep.
I had to be 14 or 15 coming up there about the first time.
I would say it's been about 20 years.
I was thinking
been
about
in my early 20s back then, so that's probably about right.
Early 20s plus 20, so we know how old you are now.
You know how old I am.
You're doing all right, holding up better than a lot of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I've been knowing you a long time, been thinking about that on the ride in, and it seems like back during that time period, we was picking all the time. There's bluegrass everywhere at the barn, up there in Jasper and Everett's, and there's a lot of good festivals around.
Yeah, so me and Brad was actually talking about that a while back. Back in those days, Mondays, up around Blue Ridge where we live, Mondays, they played at Gene Cox's house.
Yeah.
He was an old fiddle player there
Yes,
at Houston Sugar Creek Music Park. Tuesdays, they played... I want to say that might have been Cherry Log. Was Cherry Log on Tuesdays?
It was like a Tuesday or a Thursday, I think it was, up there at the old restaurant.
And then Thursdays was Pickin in the Park.
Yeah.
And Fridays was Hiawassee Dam.
Yeah.
And
Saturdays
was the barn
or Everett's. Either one.
And
there's a festival about every month or two, it seems
like
here and
around. Me and my cousin Bryant, and Brad too, he went with us a lot. That especially me and Bryant, we was at, out of them 5 pickings, we was at 4 of them, if not 5 of them. We get off work and that's just what we did. And then, everybody gets family started and all that. And I guess just the music died around our area.
It seems like it was on the way to doing it anyway. And I've been thinking about that a lot lately. And part of the reason for all this, a few years back, it seems like we had a pretty good string of some of them old timers we grew up picking with and everything.
Yeah.
And even some young folks died out. And And I told my wife about it one day. I said, and I forget who it was. I think it might have been when Tim Parker passed.
Yeah.
I said, man, I liked old Tim. He was a good old boy.
Yep.
And I said, it's a shame that, I've been around him a lot, heard some stories and stuff, but them guys think about all the tales and everything that.
I know. That's, I'm a big historian. I mean, I love history.
Yeah.
And I would pay money just like that picture behind you there, Bill Monroe. I would give anything to go back in them times and, go to some of them old festivals and get, but yeah, a lot of it's just, like I say, certain people dies off and gets out of it or whatever. And it seems like that's the story with Gene Cox, at on Sugar Creek Music Park. He died out, and he was the last big bluegrass act around us up there. He had a lot of good a lot of good music up there. I mean, Jim and Jesse, and he had Bill Monroe and Jimmy Martin,
Right.
and he had all the good ones. And I guess I can't remember, 100%, but I would say that played out somewhere in the early to mid 90s.
Right. That's a little bit before my time of coming around, but I remember everybody talking about
it. It would have been sometime in the 90s when that played out, and there just really wasn't nothing, as far as festival wise, or any good bluegrass acts coming around anymore. So
Right.
Greg Brooks done a thing here at high school in Blue Ridge a few times. He had a good, he called it the Evening of Bluegrass.
Yeah.
And, they would be Blue Ridge Grass, of course, with a couple, more bigger acts, that they would open up for. So we're just trying to do something to keep that music alive. And a big thing that we brought up right when we started doing Ridge Jam was the young folks.
Yes, absolutely.
Because
I remember around that time period when I was getting into it hot and heavy, there was folks around our age. I ain't near as old as you, but the folks around our age.
Yeah.
And then everybody was 20 years older than us.
Yeah.
And it seems like there was a pretty good crop of folks around my age, or
yes,
McFarland and all them folks, and Brad over there and all that.
There was.
And there wasn't a lot of folks behind us. So I think that little lull is everybody growing up, having families and jobs and getting settled.
Yeah.
And I think, all that stuff takes priority over Pickin and stuff. And it should.
Yeah.
When it's a hobby and everything.
Means.
But I think everybody's kind of settled in and got their feet dug in a little bit better now. Everybody's.
Yeah, I laid it down for about 10 or 11 years and never, when I had my little girl and stuff, we just.
Well, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Doing what I was supposed to been doing at that time. And, but I always, the love for music never left me, and it never did. And music still to this day helps me get through,
Yes, sir.
Hard times, and it helps you in all different aspects. I love music, and mountain music's, I think, is the best.
That's it, man. As far as I'm concerned, too.
People, you can entitle it bluegrass, and that is what it is that we have a love for. But as we said on our Ridge Jam motto is, mountain music from our roots.
That's it.
And
today, and we'll get to more of that Ridge Jam talking here in just a minute. But it seems like today with the bluegrass scene, there's always these shifts. It seems like if you look back, there's these. Yeah. Bluegrass has never been a real mainstream type of music, right? Oh, yeah. But you've had certain events that popped up here and there that kind of crossed over. You got your Allison Krauss.
People's attention.
Yeah, Allison Krauss kind of bled over there in the early 90s with the country stuff. Then you had the Old Brother Where Art Thou movement, which wasn't exactly bluegrass, but it's roots music, I guess we'd call it.
It got people's attention.
It did. And then it seems like there was a big lull, and then the stuff that's getting crossed over to gain more people's attention now, I'm not really calling bluegrass music. Your wagon wheel movement and the modern day jamgrass hippie stuff, and if that's your thing, that's fine. I got no problem if you go listen to what you want to. I do have a problem, however, personally, and this is my own personal convictions coming out here, with calling that stuff bluegrass. Just because you throw a banjo or a mandolin in the mix somewhere don't mean you're playing bluegrass music.
Yeah.
So from your perspective, how would you, the kind of music that we like, what we call bluegrass, and it's a wide spectrum, and it's progressed and changed over the years, as it does naturally and needs to probably to grow a little bit. It's more of a mindset than a necessarily, because you can play bluegrass. You have the hardcore traditional Bill Monroe purists and thinks if Bill Monroe didn't do it, then it ain't bluegrass. And I understand that point of view. And you can believe what you want to on that. But as far as the bands you've got booked, why did you choose these particular bands for Ridge Jam?
So that was one of the first thought processes to a festival, obviously, is your lineup. And I remember saying right off the rip, I don't want to just get people that I like. I want to get people that other people like.
Have something for everybody.
Yeah. So we don't want when I think of bluegrass, I think of old time bluegrass, which
Sure.
was Bill Monroe,
Your
Stanley
traditional
Brothers,
stuff.
and all
Yeah.
that stuff, which I love. And then you've got the JD Crow 70s movement, you know, that was totally different. Then you've got 80s grass, and then
Yeah.
you've got what I call modern grass. We try with Ridge Jam, and we're new at this. This is our second year. In a perfect world, we want to blend old time, 80s,
Right.
mash grass, as you
All that
call
good
it.
stuff, right?
We want it to be, because I've been at festivals, you know, most of my life, and there would be some, nothing against anyone there, but sometimes there'll be a show pop up, and that'll be time for me to go get a hamburger.
It's a good time for
It's
a hot
not for
dog,
me right
yeah.
then, you know, but some of the other crowd may be jumping out of their chair, screaming and hollering.
Right.
So it's we want to keep something for everybody, but not lose focus on it being mountain music
Sure.
from our roots.
Absolutely.
You know,
right.
We don't want to get out of that.
Right.
As long as we can keep it in that. Music's a lot what you feel. We was actually talking about that on the way down, you know, playing music as musicians.
Sure.
Playing what you feel. Same thing with this. It's music comes with a feeling.
Sure.
And we want that feeling to be, you know, them boys put on a festival, you know,
right.
with
They put on a show.
mountain music.
Right.
That's what they felt, you
right.
know. So.
You tired of spending your money with these corporate chains that don't share the same values that you do? Well, at Freedom Cafe in Macedonia, Georgia, they stand for faith, family, and freedom. It's not just a motto, it's their way of life. And you can taste it in everything that they serve. From acai bowls packed with fresh fruit and flavor, to clean energy teas that keep you going without the crash, to handcrafted bubble teas, protein shakes, matcha lattes, and iced coffee, this place really has it all. It's the perfect stop for folks who want to feel good about what they're drinking and who they're supporting. No questionable agendas, no corporate nonsense, just better ingredients, better people, and better values. So go ahead, save your bucks and still drink like a star. Don't give in to the green logo chains pushing their woke politics. Support a place that shares the same values and beliefs as you. Be subscribed to the Donleys Music YouTube channel and get $1 off any order $10 or more. Follow Freedom Cafe on Instagram and Facebook at Freedom Cafe _ to see what's new, what's fresh, and what's brewing. Freedom Cafe, faith, family, and freedom. A better way to fuel your day.
So,
well, you got a good lineup. So Ridge Jam's going to be the first weekend in August this year, right?
August
and this
1st
is your second one. So second
one.
annual.
Mm-hmm.
You got some big acts there. I think your main headlining acts, you've got Lonesome River Band headline, and that's going to be a Friday night show, right?
That's a Friday evening headliner.
And then you got a double headliner on Saturday, right?
Yeah, which is a little different than what you usually see. I don't think I've ever saw it actually, but we've got a double headliner with Rhonda, Vincent, and the Rage, and Authentic Unlimited. Both of them will be doing a 90-minute set there Saturday. So,
and you'll also have Cody Norris, who could be a headliner as well.
Oh yeah,
really anybody on the flyer could be a headline act at most festivals.
It really is, and it makes it tough. And I think that'll be something that will flip flop around through the years. Like if Rhonda's back in a couple years or Authentic's back, you know, we don't want anyone to feel cheated or underrated, because all of these bands are all of these professional bands here are headliner material.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
they're all very good acts.
Especially at Scenic Drive. I hear that they're coming.
That's
up
bottom of the totem pole.
Is it now? I don't know, man.
That's the peasants.
Really? So
well, I won't even say that. the
you're gonna be all right.
The forming band member is a peasant.
Is he now?
And then it goes up from there. But
that
yeah,
it'll be about Brad now.
It'll be changed up a little bit this year. We got some couple different members in Scenic Drive. We hope to do a good show, but like I say, that's not the stuff there. We do that because we want to be a part of our festival, and
right.
We want to be able to make music there. We wish we could do a festival big enough,
right,
that everybody we know could play there.
Sure.
It's hard,
Right.
you know.
And you being the godfather of bluegrass and footing the bill, you gonna play, ain't you?
Well, I don't want to say that. I do enjoy playing it. That's for sure.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Y'all's got a good little group together. And Brad, I guess he's as big a part of putting this on as anybody because he will answer his phone.
I absolutely, yeah. Yeah, he don't let it go to voicemail.
Right, I guarantee you, he's Johnny on the spot, man.
Yeah.
But Brad's taking over the world these days, ain't he? He's up there with the big rubbing elbows with the big wigs these days.
He kind of is. I've told people for years he's kind of a big deal.
Well, yeah.
They wouldn't listen.
Well, to hear him tell it, he couldn't do nothing. He can't whistle, according to him.
Yeah. Well, he's not much of a whistler.
Well, I don't know. You can't get him to do nothing.
Yeah.
But hey, break it old green out.
He might start whistle you a tune.
Whistling Yankee Doodle, yeah.
Yeah. But I wouldn't worry about whistling if I could sing like
I heard that.
You know.
I tell you, and Brad and everybody, I've always felt like, and I've been all over the Southeast region over the years, and it seems like in certain pockets of Appalachia, there's pockets of these bluegrass pickers, right?
Yeah.
Up in Kentucky, man, everybody plays up there.
Eastern Kentucky,
it's covered up, and North Carolina and Tennessee's got pockets. Yeah. Alabama's got some good a good bluegrass scene over there. Yeah. But I've always felt like this little run we've got up through North Georgia of the musicians, it seems like just about every one of them could play for anybody they wanted to. Doesn't it seem that way?
There's been some very good musicians come from out of this little area. Even though the music, like we had said, it has kind of died out. And I heard a guy tell me one time, he said, you go to Eastern Tennessee, he said, you just ride down the road. He said, and if a feller's sitting on the front porch, he's a musician.
That's about
And he said, most of the time, a good one.
Sure.
And we don't have that kind of, quantity here of that, but we've got a lot of really good talent that's come here, not just in bluegrass, but country and stuff, Mark Wheels and
sure,
a lot of different good musicians. And I'm thankful anytime I talk about music and my history in music is we've got a really, really good amount of not only good musicians, but they're good folks.
Good,
that don't care to show the young ones that don't know nothing. Sure. They don't, a lot of times you get around and you see arrogance play a big factor, and
they're on a big hatchet.
But I've always been thankful. Ray Ritchie was one of them that passed. That one of the best guys you'd ever ask for, and
one
it didn't matter.
Guitar pickers you can find too.
Yeah. And he didn't care if you couldn't even hardly rhythm a guitar. He'd sit right there and act like, he would take all the time in the world. So we're not only blessed with good musicians, we're blessed with good people.
I've always said this about it too. Bluegrass festivals growing up, it didn't seem like anybody worried about anything. It seems like you can let your kids run around in the campground and you can leave your $20,000 Martin guitar laying around at some stranger's camp. You ain't got to worry about stuff like that. It seems like, now I'm sure,
well, it's funny. It's funny you say that, because in 21, I got COVID, and
me and you and Dude had it all at the same time. Remember?
We did. Yes, we did.
And Dude would call me about every day, say to check in on me.
Dude thought he was dead, I think.
Well, that's Dude. He's on the
and I did that second week.
Yeah.
I think that was for laughing at Dude the first week.
Yeah, it wore me out.
That second week, I thought I was dying.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Dude's the one to give it to us, too.
I remember when I had COVID, we went to Dude's house.
And we was picking up there, and he's bellowing all over everything, spreading his microbes.
Yes, that's exactly right.
If he'd only put a mask on, we'd been
spreading
fine.
His fungus everywhere, and we got it. But
all right over
we that second week, when I thought I was drawing near death, I was laying on the couch, and all I did for that 2 weeks was watch YouTube videos of bluegrass and bluegrass gospel and all that, Yeah. And that second week, I thought, yep, I'm probably going to die pretty soon. So I actually had a revelation. I was like, if I make it through this, I want to do more with my music.
Okay.
and I really didn't think I was going to be able to, but
so we can really thank Dude for this.
So I had told Brad he had stopped by, and of course he didn't want to come in the house. He worked for me at the time. So I would go stand at the back door when he would swing by and check on me. I'd stand at the back door and talk to him, and we had talked about it one day, and I know Brad remembers this, but you said it seemed like people didn't care at a bluegrass festival.
Yeah.
I told him in 21, I said, I want to do something with music to make people be like they used to be.
Right.
Like at that time where COVID in itself made the whole world flip up.
It was a weird time.
The news and the media.
Lord,
I mean, everything was just, it was a different world than any of us had ever experienced. Nobody really knew what to think about all of it. And I said, we need to do something with music to make people still remember that times can still be good.
Yeah.
And I don't know of anything that makes, makes you feel carefree and worry free as much as just hearing good music.
Right.
B
Chord will cure COVID.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
It had to, because I watched poor old Jimmy Martin went through it with me. I watched Jimmy Martin. There ain't a video of Jimmy Martin that I hadn't watched. I got on a kick during COVID.
I guarantee it. Did you go buy a goat after you watched Jimmy videos?
I didn't. I think I bought 3 coon dogs.
Right.
Yeah, I think I bought 3 coon dogs, and
well, when you got money,
yeah,
I
learned
thought
a lot
you was
about
taking it with you, but
well, no, that wasn't the problem either. Money was not even a thought that week.
Well, it must be nice. It must be nice, because we was worried about it around here.
Yeah, well,
lockdown.
I didn't think I was going to live to need any money, so.
Well, I'm glad I'm in the wheel somewhere.
Yeah, you're in there.
Attention local musicians. If you're looking for a place to share your music, test out a new song, or just hang out with some cool folks, you need to check out Open Mic Night at Reformation Brewery in Gettin. It takes place the fourth Wednesday of every month, and it's hosted by our buddy Kurt Wheeler. You'll get a 10-minute slot to share your original music, cover your favorite song, or play your favorite instrumental. Whether you're a veteran to the stage or looking to just get your feet wet for the very first time, this is the place to do it. It's free to sign up, and all skill sets and ages are welcome. The lineup fills up fast, so don't wait around. Get signed up today. Get signed up at reformationbrewery.com/openmic. That's reformationbrewery.com/OPENMIC. Right. So everything you're doing with Ridge Jam, you've had a lot of help with it. You've had a lot of support from the community, local businesses that sponsored and everything. And without those people, something like this not possible, especially to the magnitude and the quality of musicians that you're having on the show. So talk a little bit about some of those guys, because we want to support them every way that we can.
Yes. So Mason's Tractor Company is obviously the main sponsor. He took it last year, and he pretty much said, as long as you do this, I'll be good to be the main sponsor. We can't thank Bill Mason and his team enough for that. That means the world to us. There is a whole list, and I'll get that to you where you can post it for everyone to see. We want all these to be known. We wanted last year, and we was a little bit late getting on the wagon. We wanted to do a St. Jude's fundraiser show. And I didn't think that, which I'm glad they are. Once I found out the details, I was like, why is it so hard? Like,
to give somebody some
money.
Right.
Like, can I not just take a check down?
Right.
It's not that easy with St. Jude's, but that's one reason that they're the best charity in the nation.
And there's a lot of these charities now. Everybody that's interested in doing anything charitable, research who you're dealing with.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of folks that it may look like a good idea and seem like a good idea, but a fraction of your dollar is going where it's supposed to. So
I said, we'll get it next year. So immediately after last year, I contacted St. Jude's, and thankfully, thank the good Lord, we was able to get in with St. Jude's, and this festival has nothing to do with me or Brad making money. If we can bring good family entertainment and music to Blue Ridge for 2 days, for an affordable price and still be able to send St. Jude's, those sick kids and their sick kids' parents and families, money. That's what it's all about, you know? So, and we had a lot of sponsors last year. They kind of frowned on me and was like, it's no kind of charity. And I told them all, I was like, we're trying for St. Jude, but not this year. And they were still very good to give.
Sure.
And they were even more abundantly to give this year, just knowing what it's for. So I think, with everything being said, if we can get good sponsors and things, you know, goes good, the fans shows up and buys these tickets.
Had a good turnout last year?
We did. We had, I think we sold a little over 400 tickets last year.
It's not too bad.
But we plan to do, you know, I want to do double that or more.
Easy. We got 2 days.
And it'll probably take us a couple years here to get this lineup budget.
Sure.
And because the main objective is keep the best lineup for the best money, where we can still send St. Jude's, you know,
as much as you can,
as much as we can. I would like to see it to where our check to St. Jude's grows every year.
That would be the ultimate goal, right?
I mean, and
you don't have to come to Ridge Jam to support.
You do not.
We will put a QR code on the screen right here, Mr. Caleb. And you can click on that and go donate. It's the Pickin for a Cure. Is that the name of the? Yeah. Or however you want to. You don't have to go through.
And you can go on our website, and our website's got the
information
on the little tab up top.
Right. So you don't even have to show up. We hope you do, but you don't have to show up to support St. Jude's.
You don't have to. You don't have to. We just ask that you do it. You know, if you could be a bluegrass hater,
right?
You know. As far as that part of that goes, that's a good way. If you're a lot of people that you don't even realize are already St. Jude,
sure,
sponsors, you know, a lot of people do that every year, you know, so if you could do it on Ridge Jam's behalf, yes, we would greatly appreciate that, just because that makes our numbers. You know, we want our numbers to be better every year.
It helps support the festival.
Yeah.
It helps.
And we want everybody too, with that being said, to when they see these podcasts or our website or our social media, whatever, don't be afraid to let us know what kind of music you would like to see at Ridge Jam. I'm not saying we can cover everybody's bases, but we do want to see who people likes and who people follows, and we want to keep the lineup changed up every year a little bit, and just keep good music, good family fun at the best prices we can, and send the most we can to St. Jude's.
So talking about prices, what are tickets running this year for Ridge Jam?
$30 for one day.
Single day ticket?
Double day ticket is $55.
So you get a little discount if you buy both.
You do. And you can buy them online this year. That was another option we didn't have last year.
You're a high-tech redneck this year, ain't you?
Brad, he's the IT guy.
I can tell.
He made all that possible.
When I look at Brad, I think that guy right there can run a computer.
Oh, he can. I do good to turn one on and off.
I heard that.
He made all that possible. He made it all possible that we could buy merch.
Right.
And all of that this year.
So merchandise, you'll have T-shirts.
With a
stuff
credit
like
card.
Okay. With a card.
Credit card and Venmo.
Everybody's
so
got
you've
that
got
now.
So we'll do cash, card, or Venmo.
Y'all take Bitcoin up there?
I don't even know what Bitcoin is.
Fine. So. I'll take your point.
All right. Well, I'll take it.
So merchandising for the festival. Obviously, bands will have merchandise there if you want to support the bands, and that way we encourage everybody to do it, because running up and down the road is not cheap.
Oh yeah.
You know, so anything we can do to keep gas in the buggies to get to these
and
festivals.
A lot of those guys don't just do. People says, "Well, I ain't even got a CD player no more." A lot of those guys does the little
the flash drive things.
Yeah, the little flash drive
absolutely.
thing.
Or you can get their music online like everybody else now.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they'll have merch up there if you want to meet and greet, shake and howdy with all these folks. You can do that. Ridge Jam will have merchandise, T-shirts, stickers, stuff
shirts,
like that.
hats, stickers, and working on it's a good possibility we'll have some coffee mugs and some tumbler cups.
Man.
So
trying to get the white girls involved with them tumbler cups, ain't you?
Yeah, you got to involve everybody.
A woman can't go nowhere without one of them cups.
No.
It's a fact.
They won't be Stanley Cups, but that's the new thing. Yetis ain't good no more.
Well, if Stanley's listening and would like to donate some, y'all do it now. Come on.
Yeah.
Anybody. Did you learn anything from last year's festival that you're going to do differently this year?
Yeah. We learned, one thing that we learned, and I talked to a guy that's run a festival for about 30 years in Kentucky. And of course I waited till after my festival to call him like an idiot. Should have called him before.
Right. We should put Brad on it. He'd have got it done.
I know. And, we overstressed a lot of things that we shouldn't have, and we understressed some things. We figured out that a lot of your work comes before the festival and after.
Right.
It's like cranking a motor. Once you get that thing running that morning that it opens, it kind of runs itself.
Right. Unless it's a Chevrolet or something.
No, that's the kind that don't. If it's a Chevrolet, it wouldn't even be an annual event. It would have crunk last year and went forever. There'd have been a band every day on the stage.
You think so? Yeah. Caleb, how's yours doing in the shop? Doing all right. Anyway, so you learned a lot. The biggest thing that I've took, and I didn't get to go last year. Unfortunately, I was scheduled to be the MC, and we'll talk about that a little bit more later, I'm sure. And I had my father-in-law, Mr. Donley, owner and founder of Donleys Music, passed away the day before, and I just couldn't make it. And I wish everything I could. But the biggest thing that I saw was y'all got a supper break this year.
That was another thing I was going to say. We did add a supper break. And that was my fault. Brad encouraged a supper break last year.
You did.
And that was Brad and Junior Sissy's fault.
What we blaming Junior for?
Because Junior answered the phone, or Junior called me back. I called him. I kept telling Brad, I said, I really want Junior Sis there. Junior's always been one of my top favorites.
He's the man.
And it was kind of short notice at that time. And Junior called me back, and he said, I missed a call from this number. And
you answered when he called?
I answered. It was Junior Sis. Would you answer?
Well, maybe.
And he said, I've been out turkey hunting. He said, I said, you interested in coming to Ridge Jam, blah, blah, blah. And he took his calculator there and seen, blah, blah, blah. And he figured it up. And he gave me a price to come. And I said, absolutely. So I called Brad and I said, Junior Sis is coming. He said, we don't have a spot for him. We're full. The lineup's full. And I said, we can't have a supper break.
No supper break.
I said, I'll take Junior over supper. So
I guarantee it.
We just
so what I'm hearing is Junior needs to charge more because you just jumped right on.
I did. He intrigued me when he told me, and Junior's just like me or you. I mean, I don't know if you ever met him or not, but he's a super good guy, and we just hit it off. And Brad was like, "You got to quit." Like, that is
We're
the
full.
last band.
FULL full.
Yeah, he said more. We are full.
And there ain't no bands on this to go get a hot dog. You got to sit there and listen.
That's right.
Because Scenic Drive plays pretty early, I think.
Yeah.
So
we did do a supper break this year, both days. Gives people a little bit of time because some people sit. I noticed a guy that I know well from Blairsville, Georgia. I think when he sat in his chair last year, I don't think he moved. I don't know that the man went to the bathroom. I don't know. He might have did, but I don't think he missed one song that was sung on stage. And you got people that does that. So a supper break, breaks it up. Yeah.
Stretch your legs, get something to eat. And you're going to have food trucks and vendors.
Got good food coming again this year.
Fried bologna sandwiches.
Yeah, you'll be able to get a bologna sandwich, I'm sure. And we added a lemonade lady this year. She's going to be doing fresh lemonade. And
that'd be all right by me.
We added an ice cream guy. We had the tiki pops last year, which was that is the best popsicle you ever had.
I have no idea what a tiki pop
I didn't either, but you just when you get to Ridge Jam, just find the tiki pops over.
All right.
And we'll have a barbecue truck, and then we've got another food truck that's got all different kinds of stuff.
About anything you'd want, probably.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All that good stuff. Gluten free and all, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you know it. Yeah.
Right.
So there'll be and we got arts and crafts vendors this year that we did not have last year.
So bring your whole family. You got something for kids too, right?
Yes, bounce house.
Very good. So if your kids don't want to sit still for a long time, they can go jump around, get that energy out, be good.
If nobody else got any good out of that outhouse, it was worth getting last year for Adam McFarland's
that outhouse.
Jump house. Did I say outhouse?
You did.
Not the outhouse.
Adam McFarland got his money out of that house, didn't he?
Yeah, if we would have charged Adam for jumping, he would have paid the bounce house.
I guarantee. I could see old McFarland over in his sock.
Yeah, he them little boys had a ball. So
I guarantee
it. The bounce.
Bring your whole family. Bring your kids. Bring your wife. She can sniff around in the arts and crafts. Kids can bounce around. All that good stuff. Yeah. She get one of them Ridge Jam tumblers.
It's funny you say she can sniff around because we got a candle lady there.
A candle?
Yeah, Kenneth Reimer's wife.
Okay.
Brandy.
Dobro Player of the Year, potentially.
She does
right?
soaps and she does soaps and candles. And we got a hat vendor and I don't even know now. I got them all wrote down, but we got several, about 4 or 5 arts and crafts.
You got room
vendors.
for a little more if anybody
We do.
Do you?
We do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hold a couple more.
Hold a couple more. Always take more sponsors too, couldn't we? If not for this year, maybe next year.
Absolutely.
2026 in the works.
If anybody, it is. It's so August the 3rd. That'll be a Sunday, so there won't be nothing done that day.
Let's start on Monday.
August 4th, we'll be cleaning up the venue.
Yeah,
and
I'm busy that day, by the way.
August 5th, we'll be starting 26 lineup.
Right. So, all right, folks, mark your calendars because Ridge Jam is back. Join us August 1st and 2nd, 2025 in Blue Ridge, Georgia for the 2nd annual Ridge Jam Bluegrass Festival. It's all taking place at 787 Summit Street. Gates will open at 10 a.m. both days, rain or shine. Bring your chair, bring your crew, and get ready for 2 days jam-packed with real bluegrass music, good food, and lots of family fun. This year's lineup is absolutely stacked. We'll have some of the biggest names in bluegrass music there with us. The Lonesome River Band, Rhonda, Vincent and the Rage, Authentic Unlimited, The Cody Norris Show, Fast Track, Hammertown, Backline, Appalachian Smoke, and a whole lot more will be there. We've got vendors, food trucks, lots of jamming and camping also. And we'll also be raffling off a beautiful Blue Ridge BR-160 guitar donated by Donleys Music. I'll be your masters of ceremonies for the weekend, and I promise you we're going to have a great weekend full of fun and bluegrass music. Single day tickets are just $30 or $55 for full weekend tickets. Kids 12 and under will get in for free. And we're doing this all for a good cause. We're raising money for the St. Jude's Hospital through Pickin for a Cure. To donate to St. Jude's today, just scan the QR code on the screen below. For more information on Ridge Jam, visit www.ridgejammusicfest.com or email at ridgejammusic@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow Ridge Jam on Facebook to stay up to date on all the latest Ridge Jam news, and make your plans to be at Ridge Jam 2025 on August 1st and 2nd. So you got me to MC this rig for some reason. I was supposed to be there last year.
We've never figured that out yet.
I ain't figured it out either. I appreciate Brett Cantrell filling in for us last year on short notice. Yeah. I'm sure he did a good job.
He did.
But other than just pure, what are y'all doing over there? We ain't got rats in here. other than just pure good looks, because, you got to have that sprinkled in. Between me and Rhonda, that's about it at the festival from what I can tell.
Yeah, well, Brad.
Well, that's true.
That's 3 of you.
Me and Brad, we ain't but 2 people, but we're as big as 3 probably.
Yeah.
Maybe 4.
Well, that's one reason we got you to MC.
Of course.
Because I've been to so many festivals.
What in the world?
And I hear this guy talking, and I'm like, where's he at? Like, you don't know where he's
Visibility.
at. Yeah.
Right. Visibility is what you need.
I mean, when you walk up and start talking, they're going to be like, oh, God.
Oh, there he is.
I see him right there.
There he is. Where'd the stage go?
In the flesh.
That's it. So what in the world, other than visibility and pure sex appeal, made y'all want to call me to do all this?
That was about it.
Charity?
No, when we sat down, of course, again, I'll say your most excitement about a festival is the lineup.
Sure, absolutely.
So then we're sitting there and Brad will be like, oh my gosh, I forgot we got to have this. And then we'd talk about blah, blah, blah. And I'd say, oh my gosh, we got to have this.
Right.
And one of those conversations come up, and we said, we got to have an MC.
Yeah, that's one of them.
And we just kind of got quiet there at the office and was just kind of sitting there thinking. I said, who can we get? I said, I know somebody that could do it. I said, and I think he would. And I said, if he would, he could do a dang good job, I think. And Brad said, who? And I said, Josh Hollifield. And he said, you're probably right.
Well,
I said, I'm going to call him and see.
We'll see, won't we?
And you stepped right up to the plate. And
Yeah.
I really think you'll do good at it. I think you'll keep everybody on their toes. And
we'll do what we can with it, you know. So we'll be doing some giveaway. You talked to me the other day about me wanting to give away some odds and ends.
Yeah.
I think maybe we might try to get some of the food truck vendors stuff.
I'm
like
working
that.
on that, and then we'll be giving away a little Ridge Jam merch.
You know, some T-shirts and odds and ends like that. So we'll have a good time with it. Some door prizes. We'll also be raffling off a guitar that the fine folks at Donley Music donated to Ridge Jam. We're giving away a Blue Ridge BR160, which ain't no guitar to sneeze at. It's a dandy guitar.
Absolutely.
So you can buy tickets to that, I guess, at the gate. You're probably going to sell some raffle tickets at the gate.
Not at the gate.
Well, why not? That's how they get in, Chris.
They will be. We won't leave the guitar out in the hot weather, obviously.
Well, obviously
so
not.
We will print out a flyer with a picture and details of the guitar
at
specs.
The gate. It needs to be
not at the gate.
Why not? Where else you gonna do this?
If they're going through the gate, Josh, they're going to the festival. So we'll
the
sell
people at the festival
at the merch table at the festival.
You need to get them, but you got a lot to learn. Next year, you're gonna be saying, "What
do you want to MC
done?
or sell tickets at the gate?"
Well, I can do both. You want people to you try.
It's a little bit of a hike from the gate to the stage. So
I don't know the layout. And where's this going to be, by the way? It's downtown Blue Ridge, ain't it?
Yeah.
Out from a drive-in theater.
Yeah.
At
787 Summit Street, Blue Ridge, Georgia.
Right. I don't know where the gate is, but that'd be a good spot. You get them before they get in there and spend their money on everything else. See,
I don't know that the girls at the gate would take on that plus the.
I got plenty of folks around here who can go do it for you. We'll get some of these Donleys employees.
You bring them.
I'll do it. Somebody's got to work.
We still need a couple.
I'm taking 2 days.
We still need a couple volunteers.
It'd be all right. Well, if anybody's interested in volunteering, they can reach out, call Brad.
Yeah.
If they want to come up there and work, hear some good music, eat some good food, have a good time with that.
Yeah.
But we are giving away that guitar. Get back on topic there a little bit. Tickets. What are they selling tickets for?
$20 a piece or 5 for 85, I think is what we're
5 for 85. All right. So if you want a chance to get a guitar at a good price, it's better odds than the lotto.
Oh yeah.
And it ain't no guitar to sneeze at. I wanted to
and
make
it'll be given away Saturday evening right before the headliner.
The last headliner, right?
No, right before the first headliner.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we want
to
to make sure
and give that away because last year we noticed when the headliner come on, it was like everybody
flocked to
was
the stage.
seated in, and it was just really, nobody was out running around, blah, 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 doing this.
Okay.
They were all so we think we'll give it away right before the headline. You got to be present to win it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if you bought a ticket, make sure and be there right before Rhonda goes on stage. Rhonda's the first headliner, right? Yeah. So be there right before Rhonda goes on stage.
Right before Rhonda goes on, and I'll give it to somebody. Hopefully somebody can get it and get some use out of it.
I really hope
I wanted to donate a guitar because there's a lot of folks that'll buy a ticket just because there's a ticket to buy on a guitar. But I wanted something that serious pickers wouldn't mind having too. I don't know anybody that wouldn't mind having.
And if somebody wins
guitar.
it, if you don't play a guitar and, or you, for some reason you bought a ticket anyways, if you win it, who knows, somebody may buy it and put the money,
Right.
I know which I'm not buying tickets on it because I don't want people to feel like it's rigged if I were to win it. But just for instance, there would probably be other people like me that might win it and buy it and put the money to St. Jude's.
Sure. Absolutely.
So,
or who knows, we might do a little auction right there if they want to donate it back.
That's
we'll auction it off, all proceeds.
Cody Norris he's an auctioneer.
I guarantee
you've heard that. So
Cody, get over here, son.
We got right there. We can put him on it.
Put him on it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't get all that abba-dabba-doo figured
No,
out.
you ain't built for that.
I ain't. I'm built for comfort, not for speed. That's for sure. I guarantee. So we've about covered all the basis on that. Anything else you can think of that you want to make sure people know about Ridge Jam other than come out and have a good time?
I think that's about it. I think we've pretty much covered everything. So if they have any questions, again,
No, we didn't either, because there's going to be some jamming and camping involved, right?
They are.
All right. So if you want to camp, is the campground close to the?
It is close. It's not on the premises. It's
Okay.
probably about a half, 3/4 of a mile away.
Right.
So it is a little bit of ways over there, but it's dry camping.
Okay.
You can do the quiet generators. It's at the Kiwanis Club. If anybody wanted to look that up, it's the fairgrounds there at in Blue Ridge. So you can camp there, and I've got Jamie Elliott's contact, which is on the website and on the flyer. Reach out to him. He'll book you a spot, and you can come in as early as Thursday. I don't remember the exact time Thursday, and you have to be pulled out by noon Sunday.
All right.
So that gets you in there a day before the festival starts till noon the day after.
Right.
And jamming is that was a really big question that Brad got hammered with a lot last year. And you'd be surprised how many festivals has no jamming going on.
You can't
anymore.
have that.
I know. I don't. That's really weird, but we don't mind if you jam all day.
Right.
As long as, you're not 15 foot from the stage doing it.
Right.
If you want to get down, we set up a couple easy up tents last year down by the wood line, and there was some people that done it. We're fine with that. If you want to get out there in the shade somewhere and jam, by all means, do it. That's what a festival's for. But there will be probably, and I don't know that I should advertise this on a podcast.
That'd be fine. We can edit it out if we need to.
Friday after the show, I anticipate there'll be some good jamming.
All right.
There afterwards.
Sure.
A lot of the local musicians, like out of Mineral Bluff Review and Scenic Drive and Appalachian Smoke, a lot of us guys talk on a regular basis, and we're like, there's been several that, I even mentioned it to you.
Right.
If you want to hang around after the show Friday, we might just get a few jams started.
Might pick one. Everybody be wound up wanting to pick after hearing them superstars.
Yeah, you on that bluegrass high.
On that high, son.
Yeah.
The Gettin in Tune podcast is always brought to you by Donleys Music, proudly serving the North Georgia area for over 30 years. Located in Hickory Flat, Georgia, Donleys Music was founded by David Donley with this simple mission in mind: serve the community. And for decades, that's exactly what we've been doing. We specialize in music lessons. We've been voted best music lesson program by our community for well over a decade. Whether you're picking up an instrument for the very first time or refining your craft, our team of passionate and award-winning instructors will be glad to help you reach that next level. Need a repair? No problem. We've got you covered. From basic setups to complex restorations, our master luthier, Dan Atchison, brings over 50 years of experience to every job. We also buy, sell, and trade new, used, and vintage instruments, gear, and accessories. Guitars, amps, banjos, drums, pedals, picks, you name it, we probably got it, or we can at least help you find it. Follow us on social media to stay in the loop with what's going on around the shop, and don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel for exclusive content, the Gettin in Tune podcast, and much, much more. Visit us at www.donleysmusic.com, that's DONLEYSMUSIC.com, or swing by the store and see why generations of musicians have trusted Donleys Music. Donleys Music, helping make music great again since 1994.
So, yeah, they will be jamming this year.
Very good, very good. So for everybody, August 1st and 2nd, that's a Friday and Saturday, Ridge Jam in Blue Ridge, Georgia.
Starts at 12 on Friday, 11 on Saturday.
Man, that's awful early, ain't it?
Ain't early enough.
Too many bands, man. Too many bands.
So
Ridge Jam 2026 already in the works. Anything
is.
You can maybe hint at for next year? Anything? Same location?
Yeah, they did give us okay on the location. They've done a lot of improvements to the venue as far as electrical, and they opened up some more usable space to us this year. City of Blue Ridge has been top notch to work with. Them guys have treated me and Brad like gold. So it should still be at the same place. We do have a few very needful bands that we feel like is a necessity
Right.
that we're going to bring into Ridge Jam last year. I don't want to let no cats out of the bag
Right.
yet because we haven't okayed it with them. But yeah, it'll be we still want it to be a stellar lineup. I
Sure.
mean, we want it to be good. We feel like if this year's a success, I mean, we blowed it to a 2-day from last year.
Right.
And even a better, I mean, last year's lineup was hard to beat.
Right. And you got some returning bands this year too, right?
Authentic Unlimited is a returning band, and then Appalachian Smoke is a returning band.
Right.
And then, of course, our local groups, but
Sure.
Me and Brad's local groups, but everybody else is newcomers, and we don't want to keep the same ones coming every year, you know, although we'd love to.
Sure.
If we're one day like Rudy Fest and have a 7-day festival,
right?
Then, you know, that might work. But
who knows what the future might hold.
Yeah, we just want to go bigger and better. We want to. That's why we always ask for ideas and opinions, things to add to the festival.
Right.
So we're hoping 26 will be. We're going to try to have everything released for 26 in January.
Okay. Getting a little bit of an earlier start than maybe last year.
We want to work our way into doing some showcases do a showcase at Spigma.
Yes.
And maybe even at IBMA.
Now, IBMA is going to be in Chattanooga this year, right?
For the next 3 years.
I assume y'all will be represented up there. Y'all going? I already got my room booked.
Yes. We don't have, well, if you got a room booked, I don't have to book one, but I will be there. I hope you got something bigger than a twin bed.
No, 2 twins. Me and my wife's going. But I got an air mattress. It's not too bad that you can sleep on.
Okay.
Or you can cuddle up. I'll just go ahead and tell you. Running up and down the road with Dylan and all these boys.
Dylan's Dylan, though.
That is Dylan, right? I've shared a bed. I've slept with Dylan more than I have my wife, I think. I've been married nearly 2 years.
All right.
You know, we've shared a bed a bunch of times, you know.
I'm not going
to
IBMA.
You know, that's just part of it, you know. It's just the way it is.
Life of a traveling musician.
I tell you, man, when we was running up and down the road all that time, you know how it is. You got to get the most out of your dollar. And
me and my cousin Bryant, you know, the banjo player,
the other freak in the family.
I remember me and him slept in the front seats.
Mm-hmm.
Just laid the seat back at Townsend one year. We played for 15 hours straight or whatever. Laid down in a little Mazda car and laid the seats back and slept in it and woke up at daylight and drove home.
Well, sharing a sleeping bag with Bryant's a little easier than sharing one with Dylan.
I didn't share a sleeping bag.
Well, that's your story.
And I don't believe you and Dylan both fit in a sleeping bag.
Son, well, you can zip a couple together if you have to.
Okay, I started to say.
We did all kinds of stuff.
Was it the wintertime sleeping bag or the summertime?
Well, you know, I sleep
40
hot.
below.
I sleep pretty hot.
Yeah,
we'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
You know? But man, we'd do all kinds of stuff. First thing we'd do is always put all the furniture that you don't need, because we got to fit 6 people in a Days Inn motel in Chattanooga. You know.
Yeah.
Up there, that one parking lot where the asphalt hollers at you. Woke everybody in the world up. You drive across that thing, it sounds like Daytona 500 cars are squealing. So first thing you do is take all the unnecessary furniture and put it in the bathtub, because ain't nobody gonna use the shower, you know. And then you pump up a couple air mattresses with a leaf blower or a hair dryer. I did that one time with a hair dryer. And then you try to go to sleep.
Yeah, for a couple hours.
Yeah, and turn on the TV, watch some late night preaching or something like that. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta have that.
You got to, man. You sure do.
But anyways, we're we should have the lineup for 26. We should have that by January.
All right, very good.
So we want to release that at Spigma for any way possible.
Very cool.
Put out some flyers.
So the best way to keep up and stay in tune with all that's follow Ridge Jam on social media, right?
It is. So, Facebook.
And I know
Instagram, I think. And,
that's social media still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, and our website, of course.
Right.
We've not worked our way into Twitter yet.
Well, I think they call it X. Elon bought it, you know. So he named that, freedom of speech is back, in case you ain't heard about it. But anyway, so normally on a podcast, we're talking a little more about some personal stuff. We're obviously trying to plug and promote Ridge Jam today. Yeah. But to wrap up every podcast in here, I got some rapid fire questions so the audience can get to know Chris Pope a little bit better. I'm going to ask you some questions, all right? And I want you to just answer them as quick as you can. It's rapid fire. I mean, it's pretty quick. Like you flip it on top, from safety off.
Yeah.
It'll shoot.
Pull the trigger.
It'll shoot better. Yeah. All right, you ready, brother man? Here we go. Deep breath. All right, here we go. What's your favorite food, Chris?
Steak.
Attaboy. What's your favorite color?
Silver.
Silver.
You said fast. You're holding
big money
already.
Man. Big money like silver and gold. Acoustic or electric?
Depends.
Okay. I reckon. Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Early bird.
Coffee or tea?
Both.
How do you like your steak cooked?
Medium well.
Good Lord. Dogs or cats?
I hate a cat.
Attaboy. Mountains or beach?
Mountains.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
Oh, gosh. Anything Clint Eastwood or John Wayne.
There you go. Outlaw Josie Wales. We'll go with that.
Oh, yeah. That's...
If you're going to swing by the Citco, what's your go-to gas station
Do
snack?
what now?
If you're going to swing by the Citco,
yeah,
what's your go-to gas station snack?
Probably a payday and a pack of peanuts.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
Gulping.
What is that?
Gulping. When somebody takes a glass or...
Like it's right here?
And just keeps it there and just...
One of them?
Yeah, and just keeps...
You don't like that?
I can't handle the gulping sound. I flip out. Start slamming chairs against the wall.
What's your most used emoji when you texting?
Do I have to answer that?
You don't have to.
No.
As long as you don't, as long as it's not the middle finger.
No.
Which is what I get a lot when I text you.
It's probably the one I use more than anything is the little dude with sunglasses.
Attaboy. Because it's pretty cool, like you,
yeah.
Right? What's your favorite season of the year?
Fall.
Attaboy. If you weren't doing what you're doing right now, what would you be doing?
Working.
That's
right
what I mean.
now.
If you wasn't doing what you did for a living, what would you be doing?
Oh, I thought you meant like what I'm doing
second. I understand
now.
the
Right now I'm in
confusion.
a podcast.
I understand that.
Oh, gosh. If I wasn't doing what I was doing now, if I could do anything.
If you had to have a real job is what I'm saying.
Oh, my gosh. I don't even know where to go with that. I mean, if it could be any dream job, I guess it would be just
festival promoter full time.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
Favorite day of the week?
Saturday.
Sweet or salty?
Both.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No, not at all.
What makes you say that?
It's a hot dog.
I know, but is it a sandwich?
No.
Some people might argue. What skills do you not have but you wish that you did? The ability to answer questions quickly?
I could have answered that one real quickly, but oh gosh. What skills do I wish I had that I don't have? To be a better musician, I guess.
That'd
That'd
be all right. We'll let you go with that. If you could jam with any musician, living or dead, who would it be? That's a tough one there, ain't it?
That one is a real tough one. Probably Jimmy Martin.
Jimmy Martin, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Here's the last one. You're going to have to think real hard before you answer this one. I'll give you a little extra time. Do you think there's more wheels or windows in the world?
Windows.
You think so? What makes you say that?
I don't know.
You ever thought about that?
No.
That's one of them questions that we sit around and talk about.
Do you know which?
I don't have. I'm asking you.
I'm saying, do you know?
I've not counted them all. No.
I mean, are you going off of some kind of statistic?
This is just something we argue about around here.
Okay.
Is there more wheels or windows in the world? There's a lot of both.
I mean, there's a ton of both. Yeah.
Yeah. Something to think about, ain't it? We pontificate a lot around here. We're philosophers. Yeah. We fancy ourselves deep thinkers.
And you say I don't have a real job.
Hey, you say what you want to, man. I didn't say that. There's a lot of I mean, come on. It's Thursday morning at what is it now? 10:30? Hey, neither one of us sweating. We're doing all right for
I know. I agree.
What's your Mount Rushmore of musicians? Remember, there's 4 heads on Mount Rushmore. Presidents. You know, you got Teddy up there.
I'm gonna say J.D. Crowe.
That's a good one.
Jimmy Martin.
Jimmy.
I'm going to catch a bunch of hate over this.
Oh, here we go. I'm ready for it.
I'm going to catch a bunch of hate because everybody hates on them. but everybody loves doing their music, and it'd be the Stanley Brothers.
You don't catch no. That's two. So the other two heads on Mount Rushmore is going to be
Probably
Carter and
would
Ralph.
be. Probably would be. They've been all.
You wasted half a mountain on the Stanley Brothers.
I would. You could really put Curly Ray Klein and Jack Cook on the other two, and I'd be good with it.
You put Brad up there for all I care.
Yeah, you could just put Brad up there.
We've picked on Brad the whole time, but sure enough, one of the finest singers and tenor singers in the world, in my opinion.
Yes, he's at the very top.
I think
that's a fact.
So we got to give Brad some slack here. We picked on him pretty hard.
I'm just glad he has enough, in a joking, seriously way. I'm glad he has a good enough, big enough heart to him.
Mm-hmm. An enlarged heart. Is that what you're trying to say?
To even put up with putting up with me playing music or singing with him.
Well, y'all ain't married or nothing.
No. Well, might as well be. We spend more time together than.
And you're going to make fun of me for sharing a bed with Dylan.
Well, yeah, we don't share a bed. We share a blanket, like Tony said.
That's that song.
Yeah, that's Tony Rice.
Yeah,
I was breaking it down for you.
I'm acquainted with Tony. I know who that is.
I didn't know if you knew or not.
All right, guys. So Ridge Jam, August 1st and 2nd. Everybody make your plans to be there. You can look right there at that camera and tell everybody that they need to be subscribing to this stuff, following Ridge Jam on social media, all that stuff. Look right there and tell the folks anything you want to.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
To Ridge Jam. Subscribe to Josh's. I don't even know the name of
the
your
Donleys
podcast.
Music YouTube channel will be fine.
Donleys Music YouTube channel. Like, follow, share, comment, all the above. RidgeJamMusicFest.com.
And that'll be all that info be on the screen and all that kind of stuff. But
yep.
All right, that's a wrap. Appreciate you coming to do that.
Yes.